Okay, welcome to Startup Agenda. This episode we got something slightly different. We're interviewing Randy Tan, who had a startup called Looking For, and it ran for around about 3.5 years, and he closed it down. So we're going to talk about his trials and tribulations and why it failed. Maybe someone can learn from this. So welcome to
Hello,
Startup Agenda.
welcome. Hey,
So,
thank you.
Yeah, introduce yourself. What's your background?
My name is Randy, and my background is I have actually a background in computer science, but then after graduating and working for a while, I joined the family business.
What's
We're into garments.
Okay, nothing like.
Yeah, not in tech, but deep inside, I still wanted to do that tech thing. So a few years ago, I decided to give it a shot, and so I work on the idea, which is looking for. The idea was looking for is a marketplace where buyers post what they need and get offers from sellers.
So did it come from the garment industry?
Yes.
Okay. So the ideas came from personal experience, and you said, okay, I
Yeah,
want to put
so-
up a buying request and see who can fill it.
Yes.
And that was
yes.
the problem because you couldn't find the sellers, or
Yeah. Some of the things. I mean, it's the typical entrepreneur, the businessman would, I want to get quotations from people, for
right. Yeah.
for
So you don't want to
for-
waste time; just put it up there.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like Alibaba's
Yes,
request
yes,
for
yes.
quotation.
Yes, but I wanted it. I was thinking of it on a smaller scale, since
Okay.
Alibaba, you're dealing with big minimum
And it's
quantities.
China.
It's
I
China.
don't know if there's not that many Filipino companies actually on that.
Yeah, no, a lot of more Chinese companies. Yeah.
So when did you start it then?
Um, Actually, we started. I started doing this full time 2015, and had a co-founder to do it with me, and we tried to. I mean, we we launched the site, and we were more on just keep on testing the site, how to figure how to get
But just the website, no apps. Just
no
website.
apps. Yeah,
Did
just
you ever do
website.
an app, or is it all website?
All website.
Do you think that might have played a part in?
I don't think so, because as we discovered later on, there were bigger issues rather
like
than
the
just.
concept.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did you start with your own money, or did you raise money? Or?
We started. I started with my own money. I was thinking, to get some traction first
Always a good
before
idea.
raising. I mean,
You last as long as you can before you start looking
yes,
for money.
yes.
Validate the idea.
Yeah, validate the idea first. We thought there were maybe something was wrong with the marketing or something was wrong with the website, and then until we kept on testing until we figure out, well, just
So you're building a marketplace, right? So you
Yeah.
got to build both sides.
Yeah.
So what was the initial difficulty you had in the first 6 months, a year or so?
the initial. I mean, the first, for me, if I rank it in terms of difficulty, the first difficulty would be building the team for me.
Finding people.
Yeah, finding the right
Okay.
people. I mean, because you're basically unknown, and you don't really have a big office to.
You don't,
yeah.
but you don't necessarily need that. You just want to concentrate on getting the two sides of the market together.
Yeah,
So you need
yeah.
people to go out and get it. So you needed
Yeah.
salespeople and you couldn't get them, or
No. We talked with the sellers, and they were all interested. So
bring us the buyers.
yeah. So when we tested with the buyers, we bought Facebook ads and everything. We acquired our users. People were signing up. People were posting. But what we were measuring is, were they coming back? How were they reacting to the offers of the sellers? So those were the things that we put attention on. And initially, we didn't have the infrastructure to keep track of that. So we had to
You
build
can
that as well.
So you're not a coder, or are you a coder as well?
I'm
Like a co-founder?
I'm not a coder, but I mean, I had a CS background, but it's been a long time since. So I sort of more focused on the marketing on
But
the
your idea, the concept you gave to the developer,
Yeah.
and then he would do what
yeah
you did.
yeah.
So, so you how many sellers and buyers did you have at any one time?
We
Hard
did
to say a year.
yeah.
What would you
I was looking back through our data. So through our continuous Facebook ads, we at the most we had around 600 users who registered.
That's buyer.
As buyers, yes, yes. And then we had around 500 postings, buyers who posted the items they were looking for. On the sellers, on the seller part, we haven't really started on that yet.
Wow.
So
That's the problem.
what
They
what
come
we
back,
did?
they didn't have any.
No. We pretended to be the sellers. We
Creating,
we made our own
artificial market.
various identities to offer the prices that the buyers were looking for.
But were you like you take a group of those and you go out to sellers and say, look, we've got people that want to buy.
Yeah.
Do you want to quote and get it that way? And say, here they are. Yeah.
But the thing was, what we discovered, the budgets of the buyers were very, very low.
So they're putting unrealistic.
Unrealistic
quotes.
budgets,
Okay.
yeah. So there's
The
like,
sellers are going, you've got to be kidding. And
yeah. We tried. I mean, we even went. I mean, if for example the person was looking for an iPhone 10,000, we even make it 9,000 to offer them. But the buyers, no, maybe I'll just have to wait and maybe somebody will.
Maybe someone, okay. Because they're not risking anything.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the business model and how are you going to make money?
I was more on the premium membership for the sellers.
So they get quotes first and
yes.
and then you charge a monthly amount.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'm sure in the Philippines, I'm not sure like like repeat fees or the SaaS model works that well. Because people don't like to pay anything for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You offer a lot of benefits.
Yeah, and so I was figuring it out. If buyers were posting and then sellers had to go through so much trouble and undercut their profit margins.
Yeah, so they didn't bother.
So they no, and then there's no business model.
So how long did it take you to figure this out?
It took us for the last 6 months to figure out, because we were iterating, checking out maybe this was the wrong, maybe this was the problem, and this.
But that's 3 years.
Yeah, the first 2 years was development, but I also wasn't really going full throttle,
Were you doing other things at the same time, or just?
I also ran another business, but I also wanted to keep my burn low while trying to make that
So
MVP.
especially if you can't validate the idea right at the beginning and you're just testing. As soon as you see growth, then you can put.
Yeah, exactly.
So you realized you weren't doing so. The ideas. Why didn't you pivot or you change them?
Oh yeah. This idea has been on my mind for many years. Yeah, that whole looking for thing, and then I just had to recognize that it wasn't going to work. It could work, but maybe it would work for a premium market or a market that had more time urgency built in.
I'm just thinking because I'm just working on an auction
Yeah,
at the moment, and it has similarities, and you can put something up for sale, and you put a reserve in that's ridiculous, but if people see that reserve, they go, I'm not going to bother even bidding, but because you weren't talking about business, you're talking about more personal items.
Yes.
So if you went for the business market, do you think it would be different? Did you pivot to that at all? Or?
It could have been, but as I mentioned earlier, my background, I grew up in Divisoria in garments and buy and sell, so I was very comfortable in more enterprise, more on.
You wanted to go for the consumer market.
Yeah.
But realizing that may not work.
Yeah.
And it might have been better to concentrate on the business market.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of people saying, for example, in the chat groups I'm with, I want to buy some polo shirts for my company.
Yes.
Who can give me the best quote?
Yes.
And they're a bit reasonable. They're not really necessarily going to put how much they want to pay.
Yeah.
It's more, I want this. Who
Yeah.
can give me the best quotes?
Yes,
It's a bit
exactly.
Like, it's like a homegrown version of
Yes.
Baba system. So you didn't think about going for that?
One of the I had to go back to when I first started this. One of the things I considered was, so I have to recheck it now. But at the time, I was considering how many people were searching for gadgets as compared to SMEs in terms of how searches in Google. I was tracking them.
Right.
So when I saw the volume, maybe it was this was quite a
Using
bigger.
the gadgets, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was my
interesting.
first.
So that was your first
yeah.
focus.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You know, once you realize it's not working so well,
Yeah.
you didn't want to change focus, or you said, okay, it's enough.
So yeah. So when that was that happened around November 2018. So
last year.
yeah, just last year we realized this is not going to work the way we wanted it to be. So I took a while to really think of other options, and that was one of the things we considered building. Maybe building it as a SaaS model for businesses to handle their suppliers, and the other was to make it classifieds. So,
Okay.
so
That's another, yeah.
yeah,
A bit
so
like Priceline, maybe you say, I want to buy this and make it more open.
yeah, so one of the features I was working on before with looking for was how to make the whole how to market it as safer, as the safer way to buy and sell.
Yeah, that's always been an issue in the Philippines because
Yeah.
you know, the whole meetup thing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
takes
yeah.
3 hours out of your day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to solve with auctions.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It's going to be a problem because no one trusts anyone.
Yeah.
So you got to have like a safe way of payment and a safe way of delivery and
Yeah,
inspecting goods
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
So you've got that containment as well.
Yeah, so
That's why it makes more sense to go for a business where there's a bit more trust between sellers and buyers.
yeah,
So you kind of, when did you decide, okay, that's it, finished, not going to do anymore? Christmas time.
but this by Christmas time I was deciding on the next step. As I said in my post, knowing that this idea wasn't going to work, I guess it felt also like a relief because I could close that part.
Yeah.
And then maybe I could work on an idea that could
Well,
have a better
the
chance.
best thing here
Yeah.
is that you've learned a lot.
Yeah.
And that you've got, you haven't been put, like when I first started business, I went, the company went bust.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Company, we had a lot of money owing, and we
Yeah.
had no choice.
Yeah.
And it makes you, once you build up something and then it kind of collapses,
Yeah.
you kind of go brain dead for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you start thinking, okay, if you've got the entrepreneurial mindset,
Yeah.
then you go, okay, what can I do next?
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it hasn't destroyed you, then
Yeah.
you think you've learned from this and you're
Yeah.
better suited to go on to the next one. But how would you change things differently on your next idea? Not in the
Yeah,
business
yeah,
concept,
yeah,
but just
yeah.
the approach to it.
Right now, I guess the idea is, although I'm happy for the first, it took me a while to, we had a low burn for that part, to develop that part, but we also, it was, if we built it faster then we would have, that word, fail faster, fail faster.
Quick, fail fast. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
How do we, fail faster so we can move on and
Decide.
fix?
Iterate faster.
Iterate faster.
And then if it doesn't work, you'll know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not so much.
yeah,
But then you've got to
yeah.
spend quite a bit to get that to that point.
Yeah.
So apart from that, your other takeaways that you learn would be what?
It doesn't. For me, the most important, also a really important thing is it doesn't matter what you think. It only matters what the customers think.
What the market drives.
Yeah. Well, so it's the market is a very stubborn bull. You have you can only guide it a little bit, but you can't really.
Well, if you look at the case of Airbnb, where
Yeah.
everyone like investors, most investors said that's not going to work.
Yeah.
No one's going to go for it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you put it out there, you execute it well, then the
Yeah.
users go, oh, okay. You
Yeah.
put it in
Yeah.
such a way that we'll use it, and then it grew from there.
Yeah.
Your idea might be good, but you've really got to test it. Like you
Yeah,
said,
yes,
and
yes,
see
yeah,
if it works, and
yeah,
you grow from there.
Yeah. For me, my definition for if you want to do a startup is it's a series of experiments, and you keep on failing and failing until you get to the one that works
I
out.
remember what's the game? The game with the birds.
Angry Birds.
Yeah, Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Roxy. They
Yeah,
did
yeah.
51 games.
Yeah,
before
exactly.
They finally came over
Exactly.
and making money. So,
So-
that's a lot of perseverance.
Yeah. So you see all these overnight successes.
They're
Yeah.
not overnight
They're-
successes. So you don't see the work.
Yeah,
before,
exactly. You see the press release, you see all the awesome photos and everything, but all the hard work.
You don't see that. It might
don't
be
see
years before.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very unusual to have something that's overnight, like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, I know, I had that same thinking too, right? Oh,
But
2
if you-
years, if we launch it, then it's gonna boom.
Yeah. So you're a bit more realistic now.
Yeah.
So how old are you now? You want to say on camera?
39.
Are you? Oh, you
Huh?
look younger than that.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
But that's the most important thing is you're going to go for the next startup, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what are you going to do next?
So right now,
What's your next idea? I'll
yeah,
tell you what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
my
Yeah,
point
okay.
of view.
Okay. So the next startup is so it's looking for the safer way to buy and sell. So it's the typical classified setup. Yeah. So that in the typical classifieds, you register your maybe Facebook, email, or phone numbers. Now we have levels of verification. So on the second level, we ask for your IDs, and the third level we ask for your proof of billing or address and
We do
address.
this already, by the way.
Yeah.
So we could tie it for that.
Yeah, for the fintech
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, so I'm trying to bring that kind of verification to classifieds. So
So you know if you're dealing with, like on OLX.
Yeah.
I've been scammed before where I bought a camera,
Yeah.
deposited money in the bank,
Yeah.
this was years ago,
Yeah.
never got anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know who you're dealing with.
Yes,
And
yes.
Apart from just people saying, like reviews, because
Yes,
that
yes.
can be gamed as
Yes, exactly.
well. So that side, and then what about the actual handover of goods, inspecting of goods and stuff?
Inspecting of goods, we're trying to think of tools to help in meetups to facilitate meetups.
Maybe a group meetup, like you do all in one go once a week or something,
Um,
like a flea market kind of meet. I don't know.
I've had some ideas there, but that part I haven't thought about.
From my point of view, we run Gopher, which is a bike delivery
Yes,
just
yes.
in Makati BC
Yeah,
areas. And so we want to, because we employ the drivers, so they're not going to steal anything.
Yes,
which is the problem with freelance riders.
Yes.
But they go to pick up the stuff, they take it somewhere, and that person has time to inspect it, make sure it's okay,
Oh.
5-10 minutes or so,
Oh.
and then sign off.
Yeah.
And at that point, the money's released.
Yeah.
So the buyer is already sort of locked in money
Yes,
in
yes.
escrow,
Yes.
by the wallet, and then it's released on
Ah.
inspection. So that way you have some kind of assurance that
Yeah,
you're not going to
yeah.
get scammed. So someone's
Yeah,
not getting
yeah.
even to try and scam
Yeah,
you
yeah.
before you get down.
Yeah.
So you're welcome if we do that. Well,
Yeah,
we are already doing
yeah.
a safe pay kind of
Ah,
system. So you can
yeah.
actually just implement that in whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So I'd like, and this is something I should have, I would have expected OLX to do. Because there's
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
meetups, so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
scams,
Yeah,
so
exactly,
many people
exactly.
doing this.
Yeah.
But they didn't do it.
So I think because OLX is with their Naspers and everything.
Yeah, but so you want to produce a better version of OLX, safe for people.
Yeah. Also, Carousel is also coming in.
I know. But you've got to have something different, maybe.
Yeah. So that's our differentiating value.
I mean, I'd like to support
Yeah.
this with digital cashing
Yeah,
rather than
yeah.
cash. But
Yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing how you go further and
Yeah.
when you have something to pitch.
Yeah.
We'll have you
Definitely.
back on again, go to the pitch and,
Yeah. Right now, we're just working on getting something out,
Yeah,
something
concept.
semi-functional.
I'll stay in touch
Yeah.
and I'll give you my viewpoints on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I'd like to see it grow.
Yeah, and as for the others who are watching this, just never give up. It's not over till it's over. Yeah. I also want to add something. Maybe this might be useful. So, for me, the reason why I have that luxury, I guess, of failing is I had backup plans, businesses that would support.
It's difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah. So if you don't have that, then it's like the startup just sneezes and you're already in the hospital bed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm here
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
like to fund small startups.
Yeah.
So I go through the idea. So if I
Yeah.
listened to you right at the beginning,
Yeah.
I would have said the same kind of things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Are you aware of this, that, and the other?
Yeah.
Maybe tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah,
And then I would have given you some money to get the initial idea to try and
Yeah.
get some traction.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
lot, just enough
Yes,
to
yes.
start.
Yes.
And then you can raise more money later.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. Well,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
See you in the future.
Thank you.